In more recent times, the term big hair has been attributed to the 1980s when gel, hairspray, and an active imagination were the only limits to one's coiffure. But did you know that the original big hair style was said to have been created for none other than French Queen Marie Antoinette? The last queen of France before the French Revolution was said to have perpetually thinning hair, a fact that tempered her vanity and led her stylist to create a customized do that hid this embarrassing fact. The main features of said do? Well, let's just say that it included a very, very high and full bounty of hair on the top part of the head, usually rounded about the crown. The key to this hairstyle is height, which naturally draws the eyes upward, making not only the hair seem fuller, but the face longer as well. When Marie Antoinette implored the peasants to eat cake, she likely did so with not only a full stomach, after all, she was nobility, but with a seemingly full head of hair too. It was an illusion of fullness, but did the proletariat really need to know? The Bouffant of more modern times can be attributed to a British celebrity hairdresser named Raymond Bouffant. After he made a name for himself training such future hair celebrities at his London area salon, Bouffant went on to open a chain of high-end salons and was the first hairdresser to have his very own TV show on the British tube. This fact alone made him a celebrity in his very own right. Having the clout that he did, this famous hairstylist led the way for future coiffures by having it be known any women over the age of 20, in his opinion, should avoid having long hair. His thought was that longer styles aged women, whereas shorter styles were perceived as more youthful. He was also strongly against women parting their hair in the middle, as he felt it made them look very unattractive. Is it a surprise, then, that his signature Bouffant hairdo was both short and poofy on top, no part or length to be found? By the mid-1950s, back-combed hairstyles, now known as the Bouffant, could be found from homes to offices everywhere. The style's heyday, however, can be traced to the early 1960s when the First Lady of the United States, Jackie Kennedy, sported a short, bobbed hairdo with a uniquely teased and puffed appearance that was the signature feature of the style. Subsequently, movie stars to moms could be seen with this big hairstyle, which became one of the most memorable cultural symbols of the era. But how did these intrepid women, particularly those with thin or sparse hair, get their Bouffant groove on? Like anything challenging, it took some work. Generally speaking, the hair at the top of the head was taken and backcombed in an activity known as teasing the hair, often resulting in a tangled knot on the upper regions of the head. The straighter, unteased hair at the front would then be combed over the knotted, teased pile, giving an overall smooth and sleek look and, most importantly, volume where it was needed the most. The sides of the hair were left free or styled whichever way suited the woman wearing the coif. This could mean an outward flip, such as what was popular during the time, curls, under or over, or straight for those who didn't want too much drama. La pièce de résistance was the copious amounts of hairspray that was often required to hold the style in place, as everything about this do was unnatural. And brushing or combing the hair after said style was in place? Forget about it. The 1960s was an era that was all about self-expression, and it's no surprise that the beehive hairdo, a kind of extreme bouffant, could be found on the heads of fashion-forward brave women everywhere. Enter the 1970s and a new era of style. Hair became flatter, and thanks to a new generation of feminism and women's liberation, the desire to work really hard on one's hair was considered a waste of time. The hairspray and backcombing took a backseat to long, straight locks, often parted in the middle, and African American women reclaimed their natural curls by wearing the afro. The Bouffant hairstyle was dead. Like anything, fashion trends always return, and big hair can once again be seen on some of the younger, hipper, and avant-garde members of society. Even so, Today's versions of the original Bouffant are never as high and as teased as they once were way back in the day.